All right, good evening, everybody. It is Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend. I was looking at on the way back in, I was looking at Canadian wildfire smoke. My head's a little greasy. It's hot out there, isn't it? But I was thinking, maybe we had some wildfire smoke down here because I was smelling smoke out in the county, out in Madison County. Haven't checked my email. Don't know if we had a fire somewhere or not. But the thing is, the way the atmosphere's set up, everything gets kind of trapped under this area of high pressure. We'll talk about that coming up. And as it gets trapped, what we see is a lot of this haze kind of sticks around. The air quality goes down too. And overall, we just continue to watch these storms ride up and around this area of high pressure. It's called the Ring of Fire. It'll set up every summer. Sometimes it's the Bermuda High that sets up off the Atlantic coast near Bermuda, and we see a return flow around that, and we get more storms. We're pretty much right on the outer edge of this high pressure that's centered over Arkansas, basically. So let's get you into forecast mode here. We're going to take a look at radar. Once again, I forgot my clicker. I'll be back. You may see that lightning off in the distance. That's now over in Georgia. I don't know if you were watching at 5 and 6 tonight, but we had a lot of those thunderstorms up in Nashville, and then they just kind of fell apart as they dropped off to the southeast. And this is kind of what's left. Yeah, we did have a lot more lightning over there near Henniger in Sylvania. Fort Payne, you've got a gust front moving through right now. As that gust front comes through, your winds are probably gusting about 20, 25 miles an hour or so. And that'll cool you off. But yeah, it's really humid. Very, very humid everywhere. We got the heat advisory that continues tomorrow through 9 o'clock in the evening. And Adam, that area of thunderstorms is moving through Fort Payne now. Again, that's where the lightning's from. There's a little bit of lightning across the state line too. So, all right, let's get into this forecast. The temperatures, again, we're going to be rain-cooled in the northeast corner of the state. And it's possible we're going to wake up with some showers and storms in the northeast corner of the state and up to Fayetteville and Winchester, just because the way these boundaries are being laid out. So that's the only thing we're not completely sure of. One of the model guidances earlier had some decent showers and thunderstorms in Jackson, DeKalb, and up into Franklin County in Tennessee between 8 and 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. This clearly shows you what's going on. We've got an area of high pressure basically near Little Rock, and all the thunderstorms that develop ride this ridge, and we're after sunset, so we're losing that daytime heating, and the clouds are a lot thicker there. So as they expand the view, there's the area of high pressure. It's basically blocking any rain finally for Texas. But on the outer edge of that, out west, we're probably going to see more flooding issues out there in New Mexico and Arizona, maybe even Colorado, because all that Gulf moisture gets lifted on the western side of this, and it goes up in that. All right, Adam can hear the rain and can feel the breeze. Man, a lot of people are jealous. I was out on the patio tonight, and it's just like the bugs, and that was about it. It started getting eaten up by mosquitoes, and just decided it was time to go back in the house. I've been working on the air compressor. I don't know if anybody of you followed my post over the weekend, but I've decided to go with a dual air compressor setup, the tank anyway. I bought a new one to spray the cabinets. So I've been working on that. Finally got all the pieces together, the filters. So that's going to work. Let's talk about your Tuesday. There's just one caveat here, and that is we could see some thunderstorms in northeast Alabama for the morning hours. Now, the HRRR model doesn't show it. So usually it's a pretty good model short term. No rain up there. Gerald says no rain in Ardmore. Yeah, I had a couple of sprinkles on the way into work. That was it. But that's, again, the influence of that area of high pressure. As we get to noon, we're baking from Huntsville west to the east. It's still uncomfortable, but you will eventually see showers and thunderstorms. Now, the model guidance tries to bring them a little closer to I-65 tomorrow, but based on what I've seen tonight, I don't see this ridge of high pressure breaking down. So I think we're going to keep that line along and east of I-65 tomorrow for a few showers and thunderstorms. Locally heavy rain, frequent lightning, and gusty winds. That's about it. I'll have to check that out, Bridget. Thanks. Sometimes I get tagged on things and I don't see them for months, the way Facebook works. Again, got people on YouTube tonight. Let's see if we got any. Got 15 of you on YouTube. JH7 says hello. Again, you can find us on YouTube as well. I know that's not well advertised, but again, we're any place you've got digital, we're going to start doing a little bit more. And I mentioned I'm not going to do TikTok. I'm just downloading TikTok because it's got a new video editor on it. And I'm going to use that a little bit more. So here's your 3-day forecast. Guess what? Multiply this times 5, and that's going to be your 15-day forecast. It's all the same. For the rest of this month, we'll have a better chance of thunderstorms tomorrow along and east of I-65. But as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, the high pressure builds in and it blocks a lot of thunderstorms. There'll be maybe a rogue shower thunderstorm. And then into the weekend, we get what's called a dirty area high pressure. You can get thunderstorms developing within it. But again, there's no day on here that's cool and comfortable. Can I see the future cast for overnight? Yeah, let's go backwards. I can do that. It's magic. So everything's going around this area high pressure. It's basically centered over Arkansas. And tomorrow morning, I still think there's a sneaky chance of a few showers and storms in Jackson, DeKalb, even up into Lincoln and Moore County, Franklin County, Tennessee. But a majority of this is going to happen in the afternoon along and east of I-65. The models, I think it's struggling with the placement here. But that area of heavy rain, I think that's probably 30 miles to the east of where it shows on here. And we'll continue to monitor that. But boy, it's hot. 96 in Florence. Heat index around 105. Again, we're not going first alert weather day because everyone should be aware by now. This is pretty normal for this time of year. We had that first alert weather day last week when this pattern started changing to kind of bring that to your attention. So again, storms can be strong at times, but the severe threat's extremely low. These are summertime garden variety thunderstorms. They don't last all that long. Again, that 3-day forecast, 94 tomorrow, 95 Wednesday, 95 Thursday. A question on YouTube. It's going to be clear. I think today is going to be a lot like, tomorrow's going to be a lot like today was in Madison. There may be another sneaky shower coming in. It all depends on these outflow boundaries, how far west they make it, because we do this process where the rain, one thunderstorm dies, the breeze from that old thunderstorm carries on and creates new life, so to speak, new thunderstorms. So there's always that outlying possibility. Well, Albertville, Arab, you're splitting hairs there. I mean, you guys have got 40% chance of showers and storms tomorrow. All right, I'm going to take a commercial break. It lasts 1 minute, and I'll see you after the break, I hope. All right, official word from Fort Payne from Adam Wooten. It is pouring down rain there. They're getting a good shower. You guys have had some decent rain over there in DeKalb County today. You're just on the eastern periphery of that area high pressure. Here are rain chances really into the weekend. 40% tomorrow, but again, most of that is along and east of I-65 in the afternoon, and then the chances drop quite a bit. I don't think we'll see much of anything Wednesday and Thursday, and then we kind of go back up to about a 40% Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Kind of like, I don't think it's as much rain as we had Saturday. Saturday ended up being pretty wet throughout the day. It wasn't bad. It was comfortable out there working out in the garage, but the humidity was really high. Hard to paint when the humidity's that high. Yeah, what did you estimate those winds are, Adam? About 20 mile an hour, 20, 25? So here's your rinse and repeat 10-day forecast. Each day a little bit different, but it's going to be hot regardless, and you need to be taking those heat precautions. If we were doing first alert weather days every time the heat index was around 105, we'd probably have a whole week of first alert weather days on here. Just make sure you're taking breaks. Pay attention to your body. It'll tell you. Pool weather looks pretty good. Northeast Alabama. Just about anywhere. I mean, we're going to deal with these isolated thunderstorms. You may get a 45-minute to an hour delay. I can't see any rain-free days for the weekend, but overall, it doesn't look like a big setup for a lot of rain. But just pretty much what you've kind of dealt with today, Amber. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 9:30 right here, unless you're going to stay up and watch that 10 o'clock newscast with Margot. And we're going to be on here in about, 17 minutes. I'll see you guys later, and I do appreciate you taking the time to check in and go ahead and like our Facebook pages.